Hello there, you guys. This is going to be your weekly Twin Flame Soulmate guidance reading for July 10th through the 16th, 2017. I will be using the True Love reading cards for the spread, and I will use clarifiers from my tarot deck. And from the Romance Angels Oracle card, I will use that as the advice card for the week. So this is for those of you who believe yourself to be in a twin flame connection, or you believe you have a twin flame, or you feel like you know who your twin flame is. So this reading is for you guys, or those of you who believe in soulmate connections as well, or you have a soulmate. This reading is for you. They're just labels, but you know, some people resonate with certain things. So it's how I feel guided to pull the cards. That's how I'm going to do it. All right, and what is the advice card for this week? What is the advice card? Okay. All right, so the overall energy you have is the distorted feminine with the Knight of Cups. Okay. Then you have as your energy, you have maturity with the Queen of Pentacles. If there's a person specifically in mind that you are inquiring about or believe to be a soulmate or twin flame, you have emotional freedom with the Judgment card. Whether this person is in your life or your awareness, you may believe that you have a twin flame or soulmate out there. That's also their energy as well. The lesson, yin and yang with the King of Wands. Okay, the challenging energy, the manifestation card, and the Knight of Cups. The supportive energy from Spirit, that it has your back this week. You have forgiveness with the Five of Wands. And then we'll reveal the advice card at the end. So the overall energy you got was the distorted feminine with the Knight of Cups. Okay, so some of you, overall this week, there's going to be a lot of healing and releasing. Spirit has been giving me like clams, references, clams, shells, being in a shell or clamming yourself up. And I see a lot of clams in this card, as well as this woman in a shell. So it's going to be a lot of healing and releasing. For some of you, you do have to let go of, you still have to let go of someone that you once loved, this person that you perceived as your knight in shining armor, or could have been, for, you know, some of you out there, male energy, this could be for you as well. This could be a man if you are in a, you know, same-sex relationship. There was a man involved that you thought was your knight in shining armor. This is for a straight male. Let's just say that this could have been you, you know, coming in, trying to be the hero and the knight in shining armor to someone else, and it just didn't work out. There's a lot of healing that needs to come, that needs to take place when it comes to this week's energy. A lot of you may be tempted to go back into your shells and hide, you know, blame the world, blame this person. It could be a water sign that you were dealing with, or you could be the water sign. So this could be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces person that you were dealing with, or that you are. Or this could just simply represent a person that you were very open-hearted to, much in love with. So there's a lot of healing that needs to take place. You could have, for those of you who call yourselves divine feminine or is a woman, you could have a very false perception of yourself. You might see yourself in a dark light, not seeing yourself for who you truly are. It's almost like you feel sorry for yourself, or you feel unclean, or you feel dirty. Could be used and abused by someone, this person, or you feel like you were used and abused by being this loving energy, this loving person, giving to another person, expressing your love, expressing your heart. Could be multiple people. It doesn't have to just be one specific person. This person can represent many. Okay, where your energy is within this energy, you have maturity with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, where you're at right now is you're learning a lot of lessons. Like, you've learned a lot, and it could be that you're reflecting on the things that you've learned and that you've gone through this week. And I feel like you guys, you can very well look at it as something valuable. You know, take the lessons as something valuable. Spirit may even come to you in a dream and give you a message, and I feel like you need to journal it. You need to document the dreams that you're having, the symbolism, the way you felt in the dream. I'm also getting that you may want to like work with spirit this week and like write down anything that just comes to you. Like, for some people, like, you might be very good with like synchronicities or picking up numbers or recognizing numbers rather, or it could be colors, it could be animals. Like, write down all of those things that you believe to be signs and synchronicities, so that you can look back at them, you know, Google them. I have a book. I don't have it with me, sadly. It's in storage, but I have a book. It's a animal symbolism book, like messages from the animals, and it breaks down the birds, the mammals, the reptiles, and stuff like that. Like, it breaks it all down, and it gives you the sign of what each animal means. And some of you might find that like dream interpretation books, or you can Google online what colors mean, what numbers mean. Just document it. And I feel like there's a message within itself. And I feel like the messages are all going to be pertaining progression and evolution. And I feel like it's like growth and progression, I feel like, is like the biggest meaning of the messages that you're going to get. But it's going to be far more detailed for you individually, the message. But for some of you, it could very well be that it's surrounding your self-worth and seeing just how valuable you are, or how much you've grown, how much you've taken from all of this, something very valuable in this situation for you, I feel. It's almost self-appreciation for some of you as well. Okay, so if there's a person in mind that you are dealing with, where they're at this week with you is the emotional freedom card with the Judgment. Okay, so I hear breaking free. So some of them may be breaking free from something where they once felt stuck or isolated, finally becoming aware of their feelings and emotions, maybe towards you. Some of them may actually break away from you. You could also be as well. Because some of you, like I said, overall, you could easily take this energy the wrong way and clam up and look at it as a loss. But for some of you, you might take it as a healing process and look at it from a higher perspective and look at it as something valuable, this whole process. But there is an epiphany that comes, okay? I feel like this person is getting messages too about what they feel or what to do. I don't know. I just feel like this person is going to have a clear understanding of where they stand with you as far as how they feel about you. It's not going to be any more confusion. I feel like maybe they will call you, because the judgment call, the judgment card can be a judgment call, but it could be a literal call, like someone calling you out, or calling you, messaging you, texting you. Some of you will say telepathic communication, and that could very well be it. But I would say rely on the physical communication this week, okay? Not so much with the telepathic thing, because you can easily misread that and think it's a telepathic communication, but it could be just your thoughts coming through, okay? So be very careful. So I feel like Spirit wants you to pay attention to the physical communication. So text messages, calls, emails, whatever it is. I feel like this person will call you, and their feelings, whatever was unknown to you or what you thought was just not there, I feel like this person's going to make it known to you how they feel. Because there's been some stagnation with that, keeping it stuck, keeping it hidden, finally becoming aware. There's also the owl, which is, you know, my symbolism for wisdom. We already got some animal totems here now. Here we have, looks like a unicorn, a bunny rabbit, and a owl might mean something for you. Okay, so the lesson. What is the lesson this week with this connection? You have the yin and yang card with the King of Wands. Okay, so the lesson here, maybe needing to find balance with a fire sign person, male or female. For majority, it's going to be a male fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. But for some of you, it could also be a female. The King of Wands here, this depiction, it's about here. I feel like this is a Leo for majority, or has Leo attributes. Very ambitious, very assertive. Sometimes can feel entitled. You know, very confident within themselves. The yin and yang energy is a lesson. I feel like it's going to be about just where you stand with this connection. It could also be about finding balance with this person, this individual, this King of Wands. Could also be about giving and receiving, or how much effort you actually put in, because the King of Wands, he is a hard worker. He's very ambitious. So it could be about, this could represent your ambition, your assertion, like how much you give or how much you put out to another person, how much you've been giving to this person, whether they're a fire sign or not, or maybe whether you're a fire sign or not. Like, how much do you actually give to this person? Or how much do they actually give to you? And it's not that it's necessarily important. It's not really that important how much you give, or how much you get back. But it's something to go off of, because it is showing you reflections of how that person actually feels about you. So I feel like that's the lesson that you're learning, about equality in a relationship, a balance, okay? A give and a take. There has to be a healthy balance. It's never, Spirit never tells you to only give because you want something back in return, or only say this because you feel, hold on, you guys. Sorry about that, you guys. My puppy and my cat were fighting. She's all shook up. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. So it's definitely about, Spirit's not telling you that you have to keep tabs on how much this person has been giving to you, or it has nothing to do with that. What Spirit is simply telling you is that the times that you felt guided to give and wanted to simply give out of the kindness of your heart, and because you loved, and maybe you even felt guided to do certain things or to give certain things, but you have to look at in return, has this person matched you? Have they given out of the kindness of their heart, or followed, you know, their heart, and or is it simply just been one-sided? Or, you know, there could have been points in time where you held back on what you gave and received out of fear of rejection, or feeling stupid, you know, instead of just following your heart. At the Knight of Cups, some of you can regret following your heart, and because you feel like you didn't get that back. Maybe you felt like you didn't see yourself in the best light, and I feel like maybe that's what's going to trigger you, maybe feeling like you weren't good enough to even receive the love back in return, and that's where the distortion comes in. But that's going to be healed, definitely. But I feel like that's the biggest lesson that you're going to learn this week. As far as the challenge, how are you going to be challenged? The manifestation card with the Nine of Cups. So in order to have your heart's desires, which the Nine of Cups represents a wish fulfilled, or feeling emotionally fulfilled, having that what you want and desire, having something in indulgence, you got to be able to manifest it first. So you have the manifestation card. You have 3 chakras that are appearing here. You also have the so-called twin flame number here. The number 8, or the infinity symbol, comes up. I also see another animal totem here. I don't know what type of bird this is, if this is even a real bird. It's like a yellow and blue bird, has like some blue in its feathers. That could mean something for you. Then you have sunflowers. Flowers also hold symbolic meanings as well. They're very positive omens. You got the heart chakra, the solar plexus, and the sacral or sacral, however you say it, chakra here. So you may need to work on those three chakras because it's keeping, it's like your heart is, you're not able to manifest in your true power because these parts are blocked. And it's because these parts, I feel, represent how you really feel about yourself, how you see yourself, the love you have inwardly for self, your compassion, your self-worth, your value, your willpower, your strength. If those are imbalanced or blocked, then of course you're going to have a hard time believing in your heart's truest desire. So you're going to be a little bit challenged by trying to manifest for some of you this week, manifesting exactly what you want when it comes to love, or manifest whatever it is in this situation or this connection, maybe a little bit blocked. So Spirit is advising you to work on these three chakra points, okay? Maybe even meditating with the number 8, which helps with balance and infinite possibilities as well. Maybe you need to have a broader perspective of what you can manifest. All right, so the message that Spirit wants to leave with you. So what is the message? You have forgiveness with the 5 of Wands. So the energy that's definitely supporting you and that's here with you with Spirit, it's telling you that you need to forgive yourself first. Definitely need to forgive yourself because you got a lot of inner struggle and a lot of inner battle, maybe some guilt, beating yourself up, looking at yourself with distortion, looking at yourself as these many characters. Like you're looking at yourself as like one way, like I'm stupid. I'm ugly, I'm unworthy, I'm not smart enough. Like you're looking at yourself in all of these ways. And I feel like that's where the distortion comes in. That's the distorted feminine. And some of you who are dealing with the feminine energy that you feel like you gave your heart to, this, you could have a distorted perception of her specifically, or that feminine energy specifically, or it could just be feminine energy, period. You can look at women a certain way. They're just users, they're gold diggers, they're sluts, they're, whatever stuff that just comes up. And it's just this battle inwardly and internally. Or you might look at yourself like, I don't have enough money, because you think that person just wants money, or she was greedy. I'm not, buff enough. I'm not strong enough. I don't have this or that. You start comparing yourself and beating yourself down. And this is where Spirit is telling you to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself first, because you're blaming yourself for even giving to that person, being open, loving that person, whatever it is, you're beating yourself up for this. And the message on the card, it says, I forgive myself. I am forgiven. Maybe that's an affirmation that you need to say however many times you feel guided. Maybe 5 times with the 5 of Wands, just to shift that energy, because number 5 is about a major change or a shift or releasing. So maybe that number 5 is a magic number for some of you. It does help shift things. It may not shift immediately where you just drop the feelings and emotions that you have or the struggles that's within, but I feel like it's going to be a start. At least the more frequently you state this affirmation. Again, it says, I forgive myself. I am forgiven. Okay, so say that as many times as you feel guided to. I feel just needing to say this within yourself. You don't have to say it aloud. You can just say it inwardly. You may need to pray, you guys, to ask for forgiveness for others, especially if you feel like you've wronged another person. If you can't do it to them verbally, because I feel like maybe that's where the conversation comes in, that this person reach out, maybe they ask for forgiveness, or maybe you ask for their forgiveness, or something is said. There's going to be communication this week, though, I feel. Okay, so let's see what the advice card is. Okay, the advice card is, let your friends help you. Ask and accept support from others. Okay? All right. So some of you are going through a period where you feel like you're not eligible for marriage right now, or that you're not worthy of a long-standing life partnership with someone. maybe this person whom you label as a twin flame or soulmate, you feel like they're making you feel unworthy, or that they're reflecting back to you that you're not worthy of marriage or someone being with you for a long time. So it could very well be that you need to spend time with friends who either are in healthy relationships, okay, or elders that, you know, have been married for years, or who have been in long-term partnerships or in healthy partnerships for years, or, you know, just talking it out with others and getting a more clear perspective. Maybe they can shed light on it, and they may even encourage you and tell you and support you that in a way where they show you that you are much worthy and valuable of that desire and that dream to be married or to have a healthy, loving relationship for a lifelong partnership. I also get that it's best to spend time with friends who are of high energy and high vibration, who make you feel good, who, you know, bring out the best in you. You bring out the best in each other. There's no competitive energy. There's no beating each other down. You know, there's no envy. It's a healthy relationship or bond. Be around those friends or family members, you know, or co-workers as much as possible, because I feel like they're going to help you see yourself in a better light. And I feel like you guys will naturally fall into that, because there's some sort of wise counsel that comes through, whether it comes through spirit, comes through synchronicities, or comes from someone that you trust. And it's like this message helps you see things clearly, and it's like you start to see yourself, you humble yourself, and you see yourself in a valuable way. You see yourself as treasure. And maybe even the lesson that you had to learn, you'll start to see why it occurred. It's like nothing that that feels like you missed out on, or you lost, or someone just didn't reciprocate the love, you felt rejected. Don't ever look at it in that way. Look at it as spirit protecting you and shielding you from something that was not meant for you, so that you can be in a space to receive what's really meant for you. Okay, you've cleared that space so that person or that thing can come in that's truly meant for you. All right, so that's your message for this week, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Hope it gives you insight and clarity. As always, I send you guys much love, much light. If you're interested in your own twin flame soulmate readings, I will leave in the description box below the link to my website to purchase that reading with me. And until next week, much love. Peace.